Hello, Dr. James Bogash, expert in health and longevity, and as the author of a book on migraines and epilepsy, the book largely covers how important it is to heal your brain, not just medicate to the level where one brain cell can't talk to the other. Otherwise, there's going to be consequences, and that's no different than controlling the pain of a migraine. You haven't fixed the problem, you've just numbed it up. So this was a review looking at the links between late life epilepsy, so thinking usually like 40 or 50 or above, as opposed to childhood or teenage onset, and cardiovascular disease, and what kind of links do they have? Well, given that both epilepsy and migraines, seizures, migraines, both have a lot to do with the ability to generate energy in the brain and how healthy the brain is, we should expect to see some pretty strong links between epilepsy and cardiovascular disease. And sure enough, in this study, they found that 40-year-old heart attack survivors, 40 and above heart attack survivors, had a 212% higher risk of developing late onset epilepsy. It's a pretty high risk, but it tells me that whatever's wrong with the heart is also affecting the brain. So what about the reverse? They looked at late onset epilepsy, and those people had a 199% higher risk of having a heart attack, and they had a 282% higher risk of a non-stroke vascular death. So what does that mean? Things like a fatal heart attack, pulmonary embolism, abdominal aortic aneurysm, anything, or just aortic aneurysm. A risk of dying of cardiovascular related complications that didn't include stroke, because maybe they ruled that out because stroke in the brain. But the bottom line is that there were absolute links between what was happening in the brain and what was happening in the heart, and that's because the human body doesn't work in systems. Everything is related. So working on healing your blood vessels and healing your brain is going to have payouts for all things brain related. That includes epilepsy, includes migraines, it includes dementia, and those are going to have positive effects on your risk of cardiovascular disease. So, as always, I'll post a link to this particular study in the description. Make sure you like this video, share it with somebody you think needs the information, and subscribe to the channel.